Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, where we dive deep into the fascinating corners of our world. Today, we're stepping onto the battlefield. Imagine this. The dust kicks up, a gritty cloud of anticipation. The air is thick with the scent of wool, leather, and nervous energy. Suddenly, it's shattered by the clang of metal on metal, and a deep, resonant horn blast echoes not just across the field but through time itself. This isn't a movie set. This is the living, breathing world of ancient battle reenactment, a passionate pursuit where history is not just read, but viscerally experienced. For the thousands who trade modern clothes for the heavy armor of a Roman legionary or the rugged gear of a Celtic warrior, this is more than a hobby. It's a portal to the past. So today, let's explore the echoes of iron and fury in the immersive world of ancient battle reenactment. The idea of restaging history isn't new. In fact, the ancient Romans were pioneers, staging grand naval battles called naumachia and recreations of famous victories right inside their amphitheaters. These were brutal public spectacles, a far cry from today's safety-conscious events. Later, in the medieval period, tournaments often took on historical themes, with knights reenacting ancient tales. Fast forward to the 17th century, and military displays became more common. As early as 1638, a staged battle in London featured costumed performers. And in 1645, even with the English Civil War raging, Roundhead soldiers actually reenacted a recent victory. But the hobby really started taking its modern form in the 19th century, fueled by a romantic fascination with the past. The famous Eglinton Tournament of 1839 in Scotland, a massive medieval-style joust, drew a staggering 100,000 spectators. The 20th century saw the real formalization of reenactment societies. In the United States, the Civil War centennial in the 1960s sparked a huge surge of interest. But this wasn't just about the Civil War. In 1966, the Society for Creative Anachronism, or SCA, was founded to recreate aspects of pre-17th century European cultures, including combat. In the UK, groups like the Sealed Knot, focusing on the English Civil Wars, were formed, and this interest quickly expanded to the ancient world. In 1972, the Ermine Street Guard was formed in Britain. Their specific focus? The Roman army of the 1st century AD. This group, and others that followed, have been at the forefront of researching and reconstructing the arms, armor, and tactics of ancient soldiers with an incredible dedication to authenticity. So who are these people bringing the ancient world to life today? The community is a diverse tapestry of cultures and eras. Roman reenactment is one of the most popular forms. Groups like the Ermine Street Guard in the UK and Legio 21 rap hacks in Europe meticulously recreate the life of a Roman soldier. They often focus on a specific period, with the 1st and 2nd centuries AD being particularly popular. This is the era of the iconic segmented plate armor, the lorica segmentata. These groups don't just fight, they perform public displays, demonstrating military drills, tactics, and even firing replica artillery like the ballista. They create immersive living history camps with hand-stitched leather tents, showing the public what everyday Roman military life was actually like. Then you have the Greek hoplites. The might of city-states like Athens and Sparta is brought back by groups such as the Hoplite Association. They portrayed the citizen soldiers of the classical era, famous for their impenetrable phalanx formation. Their events showcase military drills and speculative reenactments of hoplite combat. They even recreate the Othismos, the intense shield-to-shield pushing match that decided so many ancient battles. And of course, we can't forget the Viking and Celtic warriors. The world of the so-called barbarian tribes has a huge following. Viking reenactment is massive, with events like the Wolan Viking Festival in Poland bringing together hundreds of participants for epic, unchoreographed battles. These events are a mecca for what's called experimental archaeology, where theories about the past are tested in practice. Celtic and other early medieval groups also thrive, offering a glimpse into the lives of the peoples who clashed with the Roman Empire and shaped post-Roman Europe. At the heart of all this is a relentless pursuit of authenticity. This goes far beyond just dressing up. It's a scholarly and artisanal endeavor. The process begins with exhaustive research. Reenactors pore over historical texts, archaeological reports, and academic studies to understand the material culture of their chosen period. This research informs the creation of their kit, the clothing, armor, and weapons. Many reenactors are incredibly skilled craftspeople, making their own gear using period-appropriate materials and techniques. Think about what it takes to create a Roman legionary's armor. A lorica segmentata is made of numerous steel plates connected by leather straps and rivets. Making one requires a deep understanding of Roman metalworking. Similarly, crafting a Greek hoplites bronze helmet or a Viking's mail shirt is a serious undertaking. This hands-on approach is a form of experimental archaeology. It provides insights you just can't get from a book. As one reenactor put it, you can read that knights wore heavy armor, but you get a different point of view when you lift and wear the armor yourself. You learn about its weight, its limitations, and how it might have actually felt to fight in it. This commitment extends to the living history encampments. Reenactors cook period-appropriate food over open fires and use replica tools. For many, this is the key appeal, a chance to truly step away from the modern world and live for a weekend, as their ancestors might have. But the pursuit of authenticity isn't without its debates. Within the community, there are varying standards. Some, colloquially known as stitch counters, insist on every minute detail being perfect. Others, sometimes called farbs, are more relaxed. This reflects a bigger conversation about the purpose of reenactment. Is it academic research, public education, or a recreational hobby? For most, it's a blend of all three. After months or even years of research and crafting, everything culminates in the reenactment event. These can range from small local displays to massive international battles with thousands of participants. Organizing them is a huge logistical challenge. You need a suitable location, coordination between groups, and all the necessary amenities. But for battle reenactments, safety is the absolute top priority. The fighting might be full contact and unchoreographed, but strict rules are in place. Weapons are blunted, and certain strikes, like thrusts to the face or head, are forbidden. Reenactors undergo extensive training to learn how to fight safely, and safety officers monitor the battlefield constantly. The goal is to create a spectacle that is both thrillingly dramatic and completely safe. For the public, these events are a unique educational opportunity. You get to see, hear, and even smell a version of the past. You can talk to knowledgeable reenactors and gain a tangible understanding of history that a textbook can never provide. For the reenactors, it's a chance to share their passion, test their skills, and experience the powerful camaraderie of being part of a historical army. But why do they do it? The motivations are as varied as the individuals. For many, it's a deep passion for history and a desire to learn through direct experience. For others, it's a form of escapism, a chance to step away from modern life. There is also a powerful sense of community, forging friendships with people from all over the world who share the same niche interest. The educational impact is significant. These events can spark a lifelong interest in history, especially for kids. Some groups even visit schools, giving presentations and allowing students to handle replica equipment. It brings history to life in a way that's engaging and memorable. However, the hobby isn't without its critics. Some historians argue that reenactments can oversimplify complex historical events, focusing too much on the bangs and smoke of battle instead of the social and political context. There is also the danger of romanticizing war. Reenactors themselves are often keenly aware of these criticisms and strive to present a nuanced and accurate portrayal of the past. An important and evolving conversation within the community is also centered on diversity and inclusion. Historically, many groups have been predominantly white and male, which can create a narrow view of the past. But there's a growing movement to change that, to tell the stories of the women, like those who disguised themselves as male soldiers, and the people of color who were also part of these historical events. These efforts are helping to create a more inclusive and historically accurate representation of the past. So what's next for this hobby? Just as reenactment has evolved over centuries, it continues to adapt, and technology is playing a major role. Digital tools like 3D modeling and virtual reality are being used to reconstruct ancient battlefields with unprecedented accuracy. Researchers can layer historical maps, archaeological data, and terrain information to create dynamic models and test theories about ancient tactics. VR can even allow you to walk these virtual battlefields yourself. Augmented reality, or AR, is also enhancing the visitor experience at historical sites. You can point your phone at a modern landscape and see a virtual reconstruction of what was there in the past, from ancient forts to entire armies on the march. This fusion of traditional reenactment with cutting-edge technology promises an exciting future. It offers new ways to engage with the past and to share the stories of ancient battles with an even wider audience. From the thunderous charge of Roman legions to the disciplined advance of a Greek phalanx, the world of ancient battle reenactment is a vibrant testament to the enduring power of history. It's a world where the past is not just remembered, but relived. Through meticulous research, skilled craftsmanship, and unwavering passion, these individuals offer a unique window into the conflicts that shaped our world, ensuring that the lessons and legacies of these ancient struggles are never forgotten. Thanks for joining us on Fun Facts Online. Join us next time for another deep dive into the amazing stories that surround us.